Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another edition of the train station. But this is no ordinary episode. It's the official beginning of season 2. After almost 2 years doing this, season 1 is behind us, and we are back with a new intro, a new logo, and a new banner. And that's all thanks to Kaleido Sound Designs. And for those of you that are new here, I am your host, the man, the myth, the legend, A-Train. Today is a very special day for me, and that's all thanks to my lovely guests. Everybody, please give a very warm welcome to the uber talented and very, very beautiful Kelly.
Hi.
Before I start asking you questions, I'm going to run through a few things. Once again, thank you for agreeing to do this. I reached out to countless people, and
Really?
you were the only one to actually get back to me, let alone even agree to do it. So, I very much do appreciate that. I don't want you to feel uncomfortable at any point. We have known each other for a long time, but if there's a question that I ask and you don't feel comfortable answering it, it's totally okay if you don't want to. And then just because this is my show doesn't mean that, I have to be the star of the show. If you want to ask me a question at any time during the show, you are more than welcome to. I tend to feed better off of people when I have a back and forth anyway. Feel free, this is my show, it's your show. Clearly you're the star today, so it's more your show than mine. We're gonna get down to business now. Very, very generic. The question and thing everybody hates. Go ahead and tell people about yourself.
Oh God. That's like the worst question to ask.
Yep.
I'm just a Canadian girl who streams Valorant. And I stream full time. That's pretty much it. I'm a very boring person. I feel I don't do much. I wake up, stream, go to sleep, wake up, stream, go to sleep.
Fair. So what made you decide to become a streamer?
It was a friend actually who suggested that I should try streaming, and I tried it, and I fell in love with it, and I've been streaming since, really.
How long exactly
Yeah.
have you been streaming? Because I haven't been there the whole time, so...
I've been streaming more than 4 years, but I didn't start full time until 4 years ago.
So I've only been following you for, 2 years, 7 months or something like that, so not quite the whole time.
So you were there for half of it, though. That's pretty good. That's
pretty much
good.
like half of it, so when you started to get big. I'm Girly TV was not your original Twitch name, so...
No, it wasn't.
So, what was it, and why'd you make the change?
It was Queen of AON, because I used to play COD, Modern Warfare 3 to be specific. And there was this game mode, it was a knifing game mode, that was called All or Nothing.
Yep.
And so I named myself Queen of AON.
Oh my god.
I don't know, I made a lot of friends back then, and I'm still friends with a few people that I used to play All or Nothing with, which is really cool.
And so then why'd you make the change to I'm Girly TV?
Because I hated it. I feel like I got asked so many times, what is AON, what is AON? And yeah, I just felt like I needed to change it. And actually, I made my name, I'm Girly AF, which matched one
I
of my
remember that,
best friends at
actually.
the time, whose name was I'm Tall AF on on everything. So I was like, well, I might as well just steal the idea. And then I turned into I'm Girly TV. So.
Yes, I actually, that's how long I've been around, is I actually remember when you were I'm Girly AF. I think that's when I was first around before you changed it, yeah. I think you changed it shortly after. And then, so where did the name I'm Girly come from? Did you just come off of it with the top of your head, or?
Yeah, pretty much. I was like, well, I'm girly, so I named myself I'm Girly AF. Yeah.
All right.
It was
So
just random.
no offense to you or to Valorant, but to me, I find it boring. But that's just me.
Valorant?
But of course, I'm gonna watch it because you stream it. Why did you decide to become a full-time Valorant streamer over all the other games that are out there?
Well, when I was deciding on quitting Fortnite, I tried
Best decision
COD.
you ever made, by the way.
Yeah. I feel like a lot of people hated me when I played in Fortnite, but they still watched me anyways. But I tried COD, I tried Warzone, and it didn't really
Failed. Yes.
I didn't really love it. And then I started playing Valorant a lot. I actually used to play. Do you know what Siege is? Like Rainbow Six Siege.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I used to play that a lot, so it was pretty similar. And when I played COD before, like a long time ago, when I was like, I think the last time I played COD was when I was like 18. Um, I used to play a lot of Search and Destroy, so that was pretty much why I fell in love with Valorant. And yeah, I don't know. I love Valorant. I don't think it's boring.
Well, yeah, no, not everybody does,
I feel
but
like if it's not your type of game, then yeah.
so do you feel like because you're just strictly full-time Valorant, do you feel like that limits the kind of community that you have?
Yeah, because when I did play Fortnite, I used to do a lot of just chatting. I don't know if you were
I
there.
was there for
You
that.
were, you were. Okay.
What
I
I usually used to do is I would stay for the just chatting part, and then the moment that you put on Fortnite,
really?
I'd
Oh
leave the
my
stream.
God.
I don't do
I
that
don't
anymore
know.
though. I don't do that anymore, but yeah, I used to. As soon as you booted up Fortnite, I was out of there.
I was actually thinking about returning to just chatting, but I feel like over the past couple years, COVID and everything, I haven't really, gone out. I feel like my social anxiety has affected me a lot, and I can't do just chatting because of that, because I feel like I'll just sit here and be so awkward, and
You
I
can
don't know,
join the
I
club with the
just,
rest of us.
yeah.
I mean, like I was telling you before the stream started, the first time I went on Twitch, I was literally talking to myself for like an hour or so.
You know what? We all start somewhere.
So, Twitch is an open platform, and we see all sorts of people, and we get all
Yeah.
sorts of interesting people. How do you feel about people coming into your channel and like spewing their life problems onto you?
Like,
I will
I
admit I'm sorry because I am a culprit of this. I have done it before.
I feel like I've gotten a few people that have really just like trauma dumped on me, and personally, I have a lot of my own issues,
Yep.
and it's really hard to reply to that because like I want to help people, but I'm just like, just because I'm a streamer doesn't mean that you can, just trauma dump.
Right. So it's like, yeah, we're streamers and we're trying to, bring entertainment. We're not, like,
I'm 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 not your
yeah, we're
therapist.
not therapists. We're
Like
just,
I will try my best to be there no matter what, but
Mhm.
it does affect me a lot mentally when people just do that.
Right. Especially when, like you said, you're dealing with a lot of your own issues, and then you have somebody just walk into chat and then they dump their issues on top of you. So it's like, it's like not
Yeah,
really sure how to deal with this.
really, yeah.
So with that, you just try to keep it more of like a positive vibe because, like I said, I've been around your community a long time and you have a fantastic community. They're wonderful people.
Yeah. I do try my best to be positive, and I do try my best to help, but honestly, I think just because of people trying to come to me for their problems, I feel like it did affect me during the COVID years, and that kind of contributed to me taking a break from streaming a lot. And
Which did suck, I will admit. I did hate it a little bit because I don't know. I feel like when COVID hit, like Twitch was always there for me and like everybody else. Like it was just a place that I could go to and I could just talk with somebody because I wasn't allowed to do anything. So, I just felt like it was a great place. And then people are taking time off during Twitch or during COVID because of everything going on. And it was like, well, dang, now
yeah,
what?
yeah. And you know what? Valorant came out when COVID started.
But you quit Fortnite, so again, best decision you ever made.
Yeah, but you also said that Valorant's boring, so it's like,
I still will watch you play it. It's to me, I don't find the appeal in it like you and other people do, but I would still much rather watch you play Valorant than play Fortnite. So
makes
there
sense.
is a positive in there.
Yeah.
So clearly, you being a female streamer on Twitch, you have a lot of male viewers. Do you wish you had more of like a female following?
Yes, but I feel like I guess like all my life, I didn't really have a lot of female friends. I had a lot of male friends, and the very few female friends that I have, I feel like it was I don't know. Females just make me really nervous. Like I don't know why, but I feel like
You
every
sound like
female
a
hates
guy,
me.
honestly, because I find it so much easier just to get along with males and females, but
I don't know. Like, I guess I just never really got along with females, especially in high school. I was bullied a lot.
yeah,
So,
I've never really gotten along with females either. It's okay.
yeah.
So you being a streamer and me kind of just starting into the Twitch game, but I have been on YouTube for almost 2 years now. What advice do you give to people who are constantly trying to grow or just trying to get their feet wet into content creating?
Into content creating.
Yes, like as a whole.
Honestly,
I know you're probably not the best person to ask for this, but
I am so bad at like the content creation part of streaming. Hi Meta.
oh, hi Meta. What's up, man?
um, I feel like Twitch has changed a lot since I started. Honestly, I feel like before it was like you stream consistently and you would develop a community, but now I
Mm.
feel like you have to focus so much more on other social medias and content creation
Yep.
to grow your Twitch. So honestly, just consistency is a huge thing. But I am the worst at
Yeah, and I don't
consistency.
think it's just Twitch either. I think YouTube's changing as well because
Really?
even like last year when, I was getting a lot more views and now I'm doing the same stuff, I'm doing the same tags and all of that and I'm seeing like, like no growth as compared to when I was. So, I think just overall in general, yeah, it has changed and
Maybe
consistency is definitely key.
maybe it depends on what's trending right now.
That has a lot to do with it too, especially because,
Yeah.
and especially on Twitch, like if you're streaming all the popular games, you'll probably have people jump in where if you're streaming something like this or something that's not super duper popular, you're not going to get a whole lot of
Yeah. Yeah, but there are the
people
people
in.
like the viewers that do prefer to watch smaller streamers over big streamers and
I'm
engagement.
actually one of those
So,
people. So usually when I
me
go into
too.
a stream, I'm always, and you probably know him from your chat, but you can thank Carpets for that because, uh,
Carpets,
yes,
really?
yes. So, yeah, so me and Carpets are actually friends. So,
Oh.
so yeah, he was actually the one that kind of got me into Twitch a lot more than I was. And then he's like, dude, you should totally check out small streamers. They're probably gonna, read your messages and this and that. And so then I just started following a lot of smaller streamers,
That's really cool. Aw, that's really nice.
which I'm pretty sure he recommended you to me. So yeah, you can go thank him for that.
Thanks, carpets. Shout out carpets.
um, So I am subscribed to you on YouTube, but we haven't gotten a video in like a year. When are you coming out with more content for the YouTube?
I feel like my life has been so busy and the past year really. I have been planning on so many YouTube videos, but I don't know. Every time I like try to create one, I feel like something always comes up and just yeah. But I feel like I'm pretty stable now.
Have you ever
So
thought
I
about
do
doing
want to.
like your VODs or whatever? Have you ever thought about just putting those on
I
YouTube?
have, but I play Valorant. So
So
like I don't
I
know.
seen you have a short in there and it got like 3,000 views, which is more views than my
Yeah,
entire
but
channel got.
yeah, but shorts is so weird. I don't know. I feel like because of the one comment I got, it was like okay, dot. Just I feel like I don't know. I understand TikTok a lot more. I don't really understand Reels or YouTube that
That's
much,
fair.
so I don't really feel comfortable with
Because I was a little
Reels.
upset that I did see that short and it got like 3K views. I'm like, I don't even have that many channel views total, and she has that in one
Honestly,
short.
I can't even remember what I posted.
Probably
It
something
was
Valorant.
something random, yeah. I
Um,
think I was just like, I'm gonna test this out, and that's what I did. We're
So,
good.
you have been going to college a little bit, and if you don't ever want to do content creating full time or be a full time streamer, what is your dream job?
I really want to be a dental hygienist.
Do you want to elaborate more on that, or you just want to be a dental hygienist?
I don't know. Before, I had no fucking idea. Actually, that's a lie. I used to want to be a makeup artist. And then I feel like the whole community blew up, and I was like, well, now's not a time to be a makeup artist. I don't really care about makeup
Sounds like
anymore.
the most.
And then once, huh?
Sounds like the
Pardon?
most like teenage girl dream.
I
I want to
know.
be a makeup artist.
Up until I was about 19, I wanted to be. But then I just like didn't know what I wanted to be because I was a streamer, and I don't know, that was just, I never really thought about it. And then I got Invisalign, and I was like, oh, I'm really interested in like dental stuff. So I looked into dental hygiene, and that's what I want to do.
mean, would you ever consider being a full time streamer just permanently, or?
I think that would depend on if like my channel was a lot bigger and it was like a huge, um, like a, what's the word? Like a, I can't think right now. I'm
It's
so
okay.
nervous.
Take your time.
I guess if it supported me financially,
Better than
like
it does.
yeah,
That makes sense.
yeah.
So speaking of jobs, you actually run your own small business where you run
do.
candles, and I actually have one right here. So yeah, this is her candles, guys. And so, what spurred that decision to become a small business owner?
I think I came across a video on TikTok of just some candle making video, and I was like, this looks really interesting. Um, and then came Mother's Day, and I was like, wait a second, you can make candles. Anyone can make candles because this video showed that this person made candles. So then I made candles that I with supplies that I bought from some small craft store for my mother and my sister for Mother's Day. And I was like, wait a second, I actually really enjoy this. So I started creating more candles, and I was like, wait a second, I can start a business. So I started my own business, and I actually opened it on my grandpa's birthday last year. Yeah.
So yeah, so with that, do you want to go into like detail about what the name is, what inspired the name, and all of that?
Well, lumen is, like a light, and I would honestly just put lumen into a random name generator, and then came charming. So I was like, charming lumen candles.
The
That's how I created the name.
For those that'll watch this later on YouTube, the link to her shop will be in the bio.
Oh, thank you.
So go buy her candles. She just reopened up her store. She has limited supplies right now, but she did just reopen.
I do. I really need to work on that.
Um, so, you are from Canada,
hmm
and I have been trying to get you to move to the U.S. forever. Would you ever consider making a
I
move to the
don't
U.S.?
ever. Honest. Okay. There was one point in my life where my lease was about to end, and actually my friend Adriana was like, you should like move with me to Austin. And I was like, I don't know, like my cats, my family's here. I'm pretty sure my grandparents were planning on moving down here, and so I was like, I don't know what to do. Like my grandparents are a really huge part of my life, and I was like, I'm just gonna re-sign my lease. I did consider, but I don't think now I would move there, just because like I feel like my whole live streamer career isn't as big as it used to be. So
That's fair.
I don't know. I really love it here, so I don't think I would ever move.
Canadian.
But if I did, it would only be for like 2 years max. Yeah.
Yeah, and okay, so yeah, you always claim to be a really shy person, and I'm not gonna lie, I didn't believe it at first. But then before stream, when you said you have to go get a drink in order to get through this, I was like, okay, maybe she really is a shy person. What is it? Is it just your social anxiety, or what is it that makes you
Yeah,
shy?
my social anxiety affects me so much. So much. Especially during podcasts. There was one podcast that I was in a long time ago, and I think it had about like 500 viewers. Like even 100 viewers is a lot. When somebody rates me for 100 people, it I don't know. My heart just starts racing, and I feel like it does affect me when it comes to creating friendships and networking with other streamers.
Yeah, I've tried to do that. Like I said at the beginning, you were the only one that really reached out back. So I've been trying to, network and get with other streamers. But I think part of the problem for me is because I'm shy too. Like
Hmm.
even just doing lists, like right before we went live, I was like super shaky because I was nervous
Oh,
doing this. So I think it's for me. It's just because I'm such an introverted person
me
and
too.
I just like to keep to myself, and I don't know how to just go out there and talk to everybody. If you're gonna come up to me and talk to me, I'll have a conversation with you, but I'm not gonna be the type of person to go out and look for a conversation.
That is exactly how I feel. Especially during TwitchCon, it was the worst. Like if someone came up to me, then it was all good. But
Which,
but that's how I feel.
speaking of TwitchCon, I really wish I could go this year, but
Why can't
unfortunately,
you?
my friend is getting married, so I have to go back to Michigan to go to his wedding. So unfortunately, I don't think I'd be able to take that time off and take time off to go to.
Why does that have to be during that time? That's unlucky.
You
I'm
know that
sorry.
just the way it's been.
Yeah.
All right, so now we're gonna get into a little bit tougher questions here, because that's
Oh
what we
boy.
do here. We ask the hard-hitting questions right here. What's as of right now in your life, what's the biggest challenge facing you?
I think mental health, honestly. Keeping myself happy and finding ways to not, because like I said, I have taken a lot of breaks from streaming
Hmm.
due to mental health. I think 2021 was my worst year.
I think
Um,
2021 was a bad year for a lot of people.
yeah, I feel like I go through a lot of phases where like I'll be obsessed with something. Like for example, candle actually was candle making was one of those things. And when I don't have something to do like that I'm in love with, I feel like my mental health just tanks. But right now,
Yep.
I feel like I'm in love with streaming all over again, and so
Which is good, because yeah,
yeah.
you do seem a lot happier than you have in the
Oh,
past. Because there are times where I don't want to, get too deep into it, but there was that one week where you had suffered that family loss and you were really, really depressed. And we don't like seeing you like that. So, and mental health is definitely important for literally everybody. I don't think the pandemic helped at
yeah.
all. I think the pandemic really hurt a lot of people's mental health.
Yeah.
Um, so yeah, so going off of your biggest challenge, who has been your biggest support or mentor, role model? That's that kind of thing.
My grandma, she actually just recently passed. She would always, just randomly call me and ask me what I'm up to, and like she would always support me in my decisions and was so just happy for me. And yeah, she's always
Yeah,
been my
and
biggest role
it's
model.
crazy because like the week you had lost your grandma, I actually had lost mine the week before. So it was like
Really?
the timing of that was like really weird. You were like, "Oh, I lost my grandma, I'm sad." And I knew and I kind of knew how you felt, but when my grandma passed away, I didn't really know how to react. It was just kind of like one of those deaths that kind of came out of nowhere. It was like I don't know how to react to this.
I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah, I feel like um, she did plan it, so it was expected. I can't imagine what it feels like to have an unexpected death. So I'm really sorry to hear that.
Which also sucks because she was in Michigan and me having moved to Texas recently, there was also nothing I could do about it. Like, I couldn't go
Yeah.
to the funeral or anything like that. So that made it a little bit worse, but, as everything else, you kind of just move on from that. Oh, another fun question that I like. If you could give your younger self advice, what would it be?
The biggest problem I have is caring about what other people fucking think. So younger me would tell myself just don't fucking care.
I think that's kind of why we're such good friends because I also feel that way. Like I care way too much about other people, and it's just that's just kind of the person that I am. Like if people are having a bad day, and we kind of discussed how you don't like it bringing into your chat, but I've always kind of welcomed that in, like my DMs and stuff, and I've talked a lot on my podcast about how if you're having like any sort of problems, definitely I'm the guy to go to, and yeah, I wish I didn't care so much because people definitely don't care the same way about you back, and it really hurts me to say that, but it's just kind of the way it is. So bouncing off of that, what's an example of a mistake or failure that you experienced and how you learned from it?
Oh,
That's what we do on the show. We ask hard-hitting questions.
um, sorry, can you please repeat the question?
Yeah, so what's an example of a mistake or failure that you experienced and basically what you did to learn from it or overcome it? So it's kind of like a two-part question.
Ooh. Can we come back to that question?
We definitely can.
Okay.
We'll go to
Okay.
maybe more of an easier one. What are you not very good at?
Hmm. Keeping friends. I'm very bad at messaging people. I
No
do
comment.
disagree with when people say
I am
like
not commenting on. I'm keeping my thoughts to myself on that one.
I I I disagree completely with people who say like if you can't like message me in like 2 minutes, you're not a real friend. Like if you can't be there right now, you're not a real friend. Because like
See, that I
I have
understand, but like when you get to like 24 hours or like 30 something hours, like if you start going hours down the road, then
I
I
know,
start
but like
to worry a
I
little bit because
know.
it's like,
Yeah.
okay,
Well, no, that's okay, but not like get angry, you know?
Yeah, yeah, no, not get angry, but like come on, what's up, dude? Like I messaged you like 3 hours ago. Like, come on.
Yeah, but 3 hours is I feel like it's not that long.
Right,
Because like I could be out
right.
somewhere and don't have cell service or something, like, you know?
Totally understandable.
Like I will message you back or call you when I can, when I am done doing whatever
Right.
I'm doing.
And I totally get that aspect of it, but I always just feel like if somebody's like 24 hours past my message, I'm just like, all right, they just don't care. And, I start
That's
putting all
not
these
the
weird thoughts into my head
case.
and this and that. So,
Yeah, I feel like my bestest friends though are the ones who we do the same thing to. Like we won't message each other for a week and then like we'll message each other all day or like, I don't know. That's just how I am.
mm,
So
the anime profile picture of whoever that is.
that's Asuna.
Yeah, I don't
She's
know
from
who
my
that
favorite
is.
anime. Do you watch anime?
Very rarely.
Rarely. Maybe. What was the first anime you watched?
Pokemon as a child.
Oh.
I guess. Well, I guess if you're going like way back, like some kids show, I guess would probably be the first, like Ninja Turtles or whatever, would technically be considered an anime. Or I don't know if that falls under anime or cartoon. I don't know.
I think cartoon.
I preferred cartoons as a child. So getting right back into it after that short break, which I may or may not cut out of the YouTube edit.
No problem.
What's something people seem to misunderstand about you?
I'm a secretive person. The
Elaborate.
amount of
Elaborate
times
on that.
the I've gotten so many messages like so like what do you even do like out of stream? I feel like you're such a secretive person. But like literally I don't do anything. And so many people just think that I hide this entire life from from like streaming from like
It's
just
probably because you don't do
everyone.
just chatting anymore. So like,
Maybe.
I think when you did a lot more just chatting, I feel like you opened up a lot more to the stream. But now that you don't
Right.
do just chatting anymore, I think people have this wrong idea of like what you actually do after stream.
Yeah, and I honestly I am a very big binge watcher when it comes to shows that like I don't really I don't really do much off stream. So
And this is a kind of a weird question, but I know I've heard people ask it before because it's an interesting one. If you could have dinner with three people, dead or alive, who would it be and why?
like anyone
Any three
or like
people, dead or alive.
what does that mean, dead or alive?
So
What?
like they could be
Oh, like
currently
if they are.
dead,
Oh, I see. I see.
or
I
they
see.
could be alive still. So like anybody.
My grandma. Um, Adriana. Uh,
You're gonna have to elaborate on who these people are.
well, my grandma. I don't know.
Well,
I
yes,
I
I
wish
know
I
who
could
your
have
grandma is,
one
but
more
I meant
dinner with
someone.
her. Adriana, she's a really fun person. You know, it's always happy times with her. I honestly I don't know a third person that I would go to dinner with.
All right. So I can't even talk on my own show. That's kind of embarrassing.
Oh, good. Oh, good.
Should we circle back or should we move on? Continue to move on?
Move on. Move on.
Okay. I don't even want to ask these because we've just gotten so far into it. Oh, I did skip one, so we can go back. So in your opinion, has the way social media and the media in general has been growing, do you think it's changed the way that people have viewed the world?
Yeah, definitely. I feel like when I started social media, um, I guess like I feel like it has affected a lot of younger people, and because there's so much more on the internet, and especially in um, like when it comes to dating. Actually, Adriana touched on this the other day, how somebody in a small town who doesn't really use social media that much will, stick to one guy in their small town and marry them,
Mm-hmm.
and that's all they know. But when it comes to like the online world, like there's literally anyone, and you know,
Right.
yeah.
Yeah, so I have a pinned tweet on my Twitter, and it reads, social media has killed reality.
Yeah, it is kind of
Yeah.
sad when it comes to like concerts and stuff, like how everyone is just like, yeah, like
Well,
everyone's holding up their phone, and just everyone just wants to document everything on their phone. And I get that, but like I personally am a huge person for living in the moment.
mm-hmm.
So,
And I mean, I kind of agree with that tweet just because, like, I think we as humans have, especially in the social media era, have become so more materialistic that, we see everybody, we see all these Instagram people and these celebrities with the nicest house and the nicest car. And then it's like, we want that too, but realistically, it's like, it's just not going to happen. And I think everybody just has that mindset, well, if this person has it, then so can I. And it doesn't work that way. And that's just kind of what social media is now, is just kind of a false sense of reality of, okay, these people have it, I can do it too. But it doesn't always
yeah.
work out that way.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm almost scared to ask these questions, but that's okay.
Why are you scared? That's good.
Uh,
I am an open person.
okay, so, this might sound like I'm shooting my shot, but trust me, I'm not. You are way too pretty to be single, so what's up with that? What kind of guys are you into? What do you
I'm
look for in a
into
guy?
really nerdy guys.
Elaborate.
Like
You're
I
gonna have to, when I ask you a question, you're gonna have to go into detail, because
I don't think that I would be able to be with someone who doesn't play video games as much as I do, who isn't interested in their own, especially people who aren't interested in their own hobbies. That is a huge thing, because I feel like I'm a very independent person and I have like my own things. And if you don't have your own things and it's like all you want to do is spend time with me, then it's like it just doesn't work for me. Yeah.
Right.
So I feel like, I don't know.
So yeah, so I said that first part because this next part, you said you have a rule in your stream in which you
Wait,
would
what?
in which you would never
What?
date somebody from chat. But what if, the person, like the man of your dreams is just chilling in chat and you're just refusing to date somebody from chat?
Okay, I only say that because I feel like a lot of people I feel like a lot of
It's
people
just
come to my chat or have been in my chat or have just been in my community for a long time, have tried, and I don't know. I just don't want people to come to my stream because they want to date me. I want people to
that's
come to my
fair.
stream because they enjoy my content.
That's fair. It was
So
just
it's just,
part of doing my
yeah.
research is I remember you saying that, so I'm like, let me write that down, ask her about it, cause the guy could just be sitting right there and just like, nah, not gonna date anybody from chat. I mean, would it also just be like you don't want to mix like business with pleasure, or just
I feel like if it was another streamer, that's different because they kind of do the same thing.
right?
So it's, oh, I don't know. If it was another streamer, yeah, but other than that, I don't think so, especially from my friends' experiences with people from chat.
You also get a lot of little kids that come into your chat and are like,
You know, it's
"Oh
really
my."
interesting you say that because I feel like I haven't gotten a lot of little kids since I played Fortnite. And I feel like as of recently, there has been a couple kids.
They're
And I
always,
like feel really bad because I swear a lot.
and you can always tell who they are too, because they always come in the exact same way every time. They
Yeah.
spam the chat and then they're like, this and that, and our
But that's
viewers are
okay.
probably
Some viewers
confused,
were,
but
yeah,
so for those that
definitely.
don't know, I am a moderator in her Twitch channel. I'm Girly TV. It's in the title. It'll also be in the bio on YouTube later. So that's how I know all these things. I definitely pay attention to that kind of stuff. That's kind of my job. But I guess I can ask you that. What put you to trust me enough to make me a moderator in your chat?
We're a very respectable person and weren't like, you're so cute. Oh my God. You weren't like, you weren't like that at all. And you were just nice to me. And it made me trust you. And that's honestly just be respectful.
I appreciate that because there are certain things that we don't talk about in the stream. We think it, we don't say it.
Caleb's not a little kid.
Who?
Caleb in your chat.
Oh, in my chat. Yeah, I have it up on my
Hi,
phone,
Caleb.
so
Do
can't
you only
really
have
read the
one
name. So
monitor?
yes, hi Caleb.
Do you
No,
only have
I
one
don't know if you're a little
Oh.
kid or not. I honestly have no idea. But if she says you're not a little kid, I will take your word for
Wait.
it. To our viewers, before I move on, do any of you have a question for Kelly over here? Or maybe Kelly wants to pick my brain a little bit. Maybe she has some questions for me.
I feel like I already asked you the questions off stream.
Okay, so you can always ask them again. People.
I do have a question. If podcasts go well for you, do you plan on like upgrading things like a microphone, a headset, and another monitor? I see a TV right there. Maybe you can use that as a second monitor.
Yeah, so my plan originally was I've always wanted to, ever since I was a little kid, I've always wanted to be in sports. And I've always
Interesting.
wanted to be behind the microphone, like announcing or being on the, on the field or whatever. And that's kind of part of the reason why I did this podcast was because I'm so opinionated, especially when it comes to sports, that I wanted a platform to be able to talk about it. So I'm hoping that one day I can get big enough to kind of make it like, just like kind of like a talk show that I do a few times a week, or Monday through Friday, and it could be like my 9 to 5 where I'm just on here talking about sports, and or not even just sports, but just talking about other things and giving my opinion on things. But yeah, I definitely plan on upgrading little by little. I'm getting there. I'm still learning the whole streaming thing, so it's gonna take a little bit of time. But yes, I
It
definitely
took
plan
me a
on
long time.
upgrading little by little. Um,
Yeah.
I'm definitely always for experiments too, so I'm always trying to see what works, what doesn't work. Uh, I asked this question already, so you might have to go back, but they asked when you're uploading your next YouTube video, which we already talked about earlier. So people want to see the YouTube come back.
Basically, the next video I was planning on doing was going to be like a day in the life of small streamer, blah, blah, blah. But things kept getting in the way, and like every time I wanted to do it, I like either forgot or I was already like past my fucking like breakfast or Just something so small, or like, I don't know. I guess my life has just been busy the past year. And I don't know. I really do want to create more content for YouTube, but I honestly don't know what else other than blogs. Because I don't know how to create Valorant content for YouTube.
That's fair, yeah. And I think
Because
that's part of the problem that I have sometimes with the podcast is sometimes I don't have a topic, but I know consistency is key. So it's like I have to get something out there, but I don't want to just come on here and talk about nothing and have nothing to talk
right.
about. So
I also believe in quality over quantity, though.
yes, correct. And that's why I always don't have, like, I was trying to make a promise to myself to do videos like once a week, but that doesn't always happen because, as I told you before we started, like, this took me like 4 or 5 hours to put together because I just wanted to make sure that it was so perfect because, you know, I'm more so worried about putting out a good product than putting out, you know, multiple videos in a week. I'd rather have that one really good video than 5 terrible videos.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
So yeah, so it's completely up to her when her next YouTube video is. Clearly it's in demand, so you
Listen,
might want to consider it.
I will make it soon. Don't worry. Especially because I'm going to Austin, so I'm going to make a vlog for that as well. Can easily make Valorant content. Your streams are funny. Oh, thank you.
Her streams are funny, especially when she gets mad and starts raging at the game. I'm the same way though. Like when I play Apex, I get super mad, and Carpets will tell you this. He'll be on the mic just dying laughing when I go down, because just the way that I rage at the game, and I don't know what it is about people who rage, but it's just so much funnier to see people upset at the game than actually doing well. So I don't know if that was supposed to be a compliment, but yes, her streams are funny. Her streams are great. Everybody go follow her right now if you haven't already. Twitch.tv/I'mGirlyTV. Very creative. So I don't know if chat has any other questions, but we will get to it as they come in.
What it do, baby? Yeah.
I'm glad that didn't show up, but thank you for the follow, whoever that was. Did not show up, but thank you.
Didn't show up.
It did not show up.
Alerts are broken.
Nah, I know what the problem was. It was because I had the window capture above my alert box, so my alert box didn't actually go up.
Oh.
So we're just gonna go ahead and play
What it
that.
do, baby? Yeah.
Thank you, King, for the follow.
King.
I would assume you're from Kelly's stream, so hello, how you doing?
What it do, baby? Yeah.
Thank you for the follow. Everybody is so kind. I really appreciate all the follows. So now that I'm pretty much at the end, we're gonna circle back to that question that you have been dreading the whole time.
No, I really just.
We got to get through it. I know it's a
don't want
question
to.
you don't want to answer.
Genuinely, I can't think right now, so I don't think I can think of a time right now or today. So that is a really deep question.
That's part of the fun is I got to ask these questions, especially because I'm so passionate, especially in doing stuff like this and content and, you know, and being in that field, and I'm just passionate about it. So I always try and find the best way and the hardest questions to ask. And that might have to do a little bit with my journalism background, but yeah, I definitely always try to ask hard-hitting questions.
I don't think I can answer that question today.
Totally fine. Yeah, that's pretty much all I have. If you have any more questions for me, let them know. Chat before we get out of here. If you guys have any more questions, either for me or for her, go ahead and drop them below.
Do you like plants?
Plants?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you're big into plants.
Yeah. I used to have a huge collection, but I killed them all. So. Do you like plants? You should get some plants. I feel like plants would look really nice in your apartment.
I need something because my
Or
apartment is very bare.
I see that.
I don't know. I guess I'm trying to figure out the way I want to plan it because I am kind of considering getting a green screen, which would kind of defeat the purpose of actually decorating the apartment. So
Yeah, but it still changes the environment completely.
it does. Yeah, so I'm kind of in the middle of figuring out what I want to do with it, but I don't mind plants, but I probably would be like you and end up just killing them all. Because I would
Well, it
probably.
looks like you get a lot of sunlight, so I don't think so. I feel like my last apartment, I didn't really get much sunlight.
I would probably forget to water them. That would probably be my
Yeah, but
biggest
when they
thing.
start
is-
drooping, that's when you know to water them. Or
So, yeah.
you stick your finger in, or just set like a timer or a reminder every
I
week.
don't have problems with plants, but yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna actually do with that. So
Not even art. I feel like his, like the background right there.
I
was
have
really
art. It's just not
nano-like.
hooked up yet.
It's not hooked up.
Well, you've seen the picture before stream started. I just don't have it. I just don't have it attached yet.
Oh, okay.
I also have more that's in my closet that's not hooked up
Wait,
or set
show
up
them
yet.
your light.
Oh yes, okay.
It's so cool.
Wherever it is. So yes, I have this custom made light for everybody to see. It says A Train with a train and the mic on air for doing the podcast like this. Pretty cool. I don't remember off the top of my head where I got it from, but it shouldn't be too hard to find, and I can always send them a link in the description as well. So yeah, that's part of my decoration that I haven't figured out what to do with. I have a lot of still work in progress to do, but I feel like a lot of new streamers always have that issue of just trying to figure out what they want to do and what works and what doesn't. Yes, heckin' custom light. Which, if I remember correctly, one of your followers does custom signs, which is the girly sign right behind you.
Yeah. Pretty cool. Shout out Glogo.
There you go,
I think
Glogo.
that's Glogo Designs.
There you go. So you can get custom lights, you can get custom signs, you can get anything custom that you want. Again, that's really all I have. So I don't know if you have anything else for me, if you want to ask questions that you asked before stream so that stream can hear it, or...
What made you want to start podcasting?
So, a big reason why I've always wanted a podcast is I'm a very, very opinionated person, and I've always been that way. Like, if you check my social medias, it's just me spewing my opinion over and over and over again. So I figured if I'm going to tell people online about it, I might as well try and turn it into a show. And I've always wanted to do a podcast, but I never really know what I wanted to do it on. And I never wanted to do it alone. So I originally hadn't started doing, when I first started, I actually had a podcast partner, but life got in the way, and then I was stuck doing it solo, and I hate doing things solo. I don't know why. I just don't like it. So,
I feel that.
I definitely have always wanted to do it though, and I guess it's just part of what I've wanted to do. I've always wanted to be in front of a microphone and just get my voice out there. So 2 years later, or almost 2 years later, here we are.
Awesome.
And for the new people in the chat, I am mostly a sports podcast, but I do occasional things like this and other things. I've talked about mental health a lot on my podcast. I've talked about other things like music, but I've also thrown I've talked about Twitch and stuff on there too. But it is mostly sports, so if you guys are into sports, make sure you guys do follow me on YouTube and all of that with the links below. Also, if you guys are interested in being in a podcast and you guys want to jump in, please let me know. I will gladly take you onto the show. Goes for you too if you ever want to just get on and talk about something. It doesn't have to be just an interview of me, picking your brain. It could be whatever.
Well, I'm not very big into sports, so
Which is fine, I've kind of, because I realized with sports, my fan base is very limited. And
What it do, baby?
thank you, Caleb, for the follow. I've been trying to branch out because, especially with sports, it's hard because pretty much everybody talks about the same thing all the time. So it's like, if you have a favorite, sports kind of guy, you're gonna kind of just stick with that one person, and they're gonna talk about the same thing that I talk about. So I've definitely tried to expand, and I'm always open to new ideas. So if anybody has an idea of what to talk about or something they want me to cover, I'll be more than happy to do that. Somebody has a bad day and they want to get on and talk about it, we can do that too. I'm not a therapist, but I'll try. As long as you don't bring and flood my chat with negativity, but you're like, I'm having a bad day, let's talk. All right, I'll try to give you advice. I'm great at giving good advice and then not following it myself, so. Yeah. I have nothing else at this point. You don't look like you have anything else at this point.
no, I can't think of anything right now.
Oh, wait, I do have something because you asked me the question and I couldn't answer it. What's your favorite animal?
Dogs.
You say dog's your favorite animal, but you have 2 cats.
Yeah, because cats are really independent, so.
That is true. Dogs are a lot to take care of, especially
like
in
a
an
baby.
apartment where.
Well, my apartment's pretty big. I pretty much live in a townhouse now. But yeah, you have to walk them, you have to train them, you have to everything.
Yeah, cats are definitely.
Cats, they just shit in a box and they walk around, they want cuddles, and that's it.
Cats creep me out though. I've always had bad experiences with cats. So it's like I don't mind cats, but I've also never really had a good experience with a cat.
But like, what was your bad experience?
So like my friend had these like 3 cats, and they were like creepy. They'd just be like late at night when I'm trying to sleep, they'd be moving around the house, freaking me out. They'd be laying in my spot, not moving, and I've just had like.
But how is that a bad experience? They just want to cuddle. And they're.
Because, I don't know.
They get the zoomies at night, like.
It was just more so because they would, like, freak me out moving around all the house at night, and I'm kind of in a stranger's house, or, like, I'm at my friend's house, but, like, I'm in a strange house, and his cats are moving around. It's like, all right, what are they planning?
They're not planning anything. They're just living.
I didn't know that. I was younger when it
creatures.
happened.
Oh, okay. You should get
And
a kitten.
also, when I was younger, I found out I was allergic to cats and I broke out in hives. So, I was on vacation and my aunt had, or I think it was either my aunt or we were around cats. And then I woke up the next day and I was covered in hives. And so I found out I was allergic to cats. So, I'm allergic to cats and dogs and all that. So, I've always had like this bad, that's really my like bad experience with cats. Because, yeah, I found out I was allergic to them.
A lizard.
Lizard.
Or a bird. Do you like birds?
No, because then they would talk back to me, and I there's only enough trash talk to go around. I can't have the bird mocking me.
Dogs and cats are overrated. What? A zebra. You know what? I think. Never mind.
Dogs and cats are overrated. You can't come into my chat, say things like that with no context, just like she can't answer one-word questions with no context. You're going to have to elaborate on that if you're still here. When you get rich, you're going to get a zebra. What, are you going to be the Zebra King? Are we going to get a Netflix series on you? Zebra King? Look at all these people that support you. All these people in chat are from your stream. Also, I know I said it like 6 times, but hi, Meta. Gamer Guy, hi. All of you guys from from Kelly's stream.
The gamer guy's here?
He is here. He hasn't said anything in the
John's
chat, but
here?
he is here. All right, Caleb, I will interview you. Let me know when.
Caleb makes good vlogs.
Good to know. So
He's a
let
vlogger.
me know if you're really serious about that.
He also likes hip hop, so you guys have things in common. Needs to get a haircut first.
You need to get a haircut first, dude. I kind of look like a bum right now. So if you need a haircut to make you feel better, go ahead. Just like I don't think the makeup for Kelly was necessary to put all that on, but you know, it is what it is. You mean what? You said you were like, yeah, I gotta put makeup on and then I'll be ready. I'm like, okay. You didn't
like
have
streaming.
to, but.
Do you
So,
fuck
yeah,
with Baby Keem?
I don't know who Baby Keem is. I'm gonna be completely honest with you.
Never mind. You guys don't have things in common.
Who is that? You can't. You were so shocked, like I'm supposed to know who that is.
Caleb said, never mind, no interview.
Nah, we can do the interview. You can teach me. I'm always down to learn. But yes, if you were serious, please let me know. Are you gonna become a React streamer again?
What do you mean? Oh, to your vlogs.
There you go. I feel like that's what everybody on YouTube does now, though. I feel like everybody's just kind of like a reaction streamer.
Yeah. I do want to watch, what is it, 90 Day Fiancé.
That's one reality show I will not watch.
Why?
I watch a lot of
funny.
stupid TV, and that's just one show I cannot get into.
It's so funny.
You are serious. All right, cool. If you know what my Discord is, send me a message on there or send me a message on here, and we can do it. Totally down. Especially with my new season starting, I kind of want to do more interviews like this. I just wish people would actually respond to my messages and not just leave me unread, but it is what it is.
Who's your favorite streamer?
You.
That's not me.
That's not you?
Yeah, that's not me. Who's your favorite streamer?
That's a good question,
Right.
actually. Let me see my
Right,
list of
King?
people that I follow.
Right?
And then I can decide.
You down to watch?
So I actually have a few, so I'm gonna give you a couple names. She doesn't really stream much anymore because she just got she had this job and it was took up all her time. But her name is Snowpie, or Angel. She's plays Valorant. She also plays Valorant, or she just got started getting into it at least. Like variety streamer, and then there's another one called Charlie Girl that's just her screen name, but she's a wrestler, so her streams I enjoy as well. And then
That's really cool.
I think those two would kind of be my favorite, besides you, since I wasn't allowed to say you. But I definitely follow a lot more females on there than males, but yeah. Those would be my favorite. 90 Day Fiancé is funny. Yeah, I guess, to each their own.
It is funny. Oh my god, it's been an hour.
It has. It's been a good conversation though. Carpet said that he recommends a green screen just like you did. I was like,
Yeah,
thanks.
it'd be really cool.
So yeah, I'm
last season.
definitely in consideration. for a green screen, because yeah, my original plan was before I even started Twitch was to get a green screen and then look like I'm actually sitting in a train before I streamed, but obviously that didn't work out.
You ever play music on stream? Or no?
Not on stream, because I'm usually talking the whole time, so I don't want to just like have the music. I don't want to get like into the music while I'm trying to also have a train of thought.
Just have like an instrumental or something.
Because most of the time, this is like the first one, I'll actually admit, this is like the first one I've actually planned out like fully. Usually I just go in with a topic and I just kind of talk off the top of my head. Most of them are not scripted, but this, I made sure this interview was completely scripted.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna get into just chatting again.
You should, I think it will.
But also, I'm sitting here and I'm not saying anything, so it's not good.
You have more viewers than I do, though, so you're gonna have all of your viewers come into your show and ask you stuff. Or you'll have the 11-year-olds and just chatting, asking for a date, you know? That's possible, too. Music in the background, 100. I usually have music in the background when I'm not streaming. Or when I'm not playing Apex because the audio is messed up in that game.
Why is it messed up? Like,
I don't know,
what's wrong
because
with
EA
it?
is a billion-dollar company that can't fix simple problems. You can't hear somebody right behind you, but you can hear the team 400 yards away. It makes no sense.
That's weird. Do you feel like Apex is dying?
No. Apex is at an all-time high right now. Don't roll your eyes.
I don't know about that.
It is. It's still one of the
Okay.
top streamed games on all of Twitch.
Yeah, but I just remember playing it and the lobbies were only like 30 people every single time.
Yes, because they are. That's how it works.
Yeah, but aren't there supposed to be 100?
No. I think when it first released, I think it did, but they like cut that back. I never see 100 people in the lobby anymore.
I just felt like, I don't know, the game wasn't really that enjoyable because there wasn't really much happening. And when there was something happening, I would just die and then game over. And then
I don't know.
same
You
shit.
carried me to a few victories, even though I was way better than you. No offense, of course.
Yeah?
I will admit I got carried, but you know, I was still better. At least I like to think I am. You can ask Carpets what he thinks about my Apex playing.
Apex Valorant, they will never die for a while. Really?
Yeah, I don't think
Apex
so.
will?
I think both of them. I think especially now, I see a lot more people starting to play Valorant, and
Yeah.
I think those who have played Apex for like the long haul are gonna just continue to play it, and a lot of the big streamers are also playing it. So I don't think, if anything, Fortnite's closer to death than Apex is, and Valorant.
Well, of course.
Which I think
feel
Fortnite
like a
started
lot
to
of-
realize that they don't like the building aspect, so they're starting to go
Yeah.
the Apex route and like, nope, we got to get rid of building, which they did. But I'm saying like, I don't know if it's like a permanent feature. You added me on Discord, cool. Send me a message. We can talk about a time or whatever you want to do it. And I would be more than glad to have you on the show. If any of your other friends want to get on, or you know somebody that would want to get on the podcast, send them my way.
I only know like one person who does podcasts. But she's a very busy gal.
It's okay. You have no friend. I don't have any friends either, especially since I moved to Texas. I have you guys as my friends. Literally, that's my entertainment for the day is when you guys say something in the chat.
Text.
That's my anger time. That's time for me to get angry.
Nice stream now.
I believe,
No.
if I'm not
No
mistaken,
stream
she
today.
will be back tomorrow on stream.
No stream today. I'm busy later.
You're
I'm trying to
moving
hit
to
Plat
Texas.
3 today.
I mean, you should move to Texas. Bring Kelly with you. Drag her by the hair to Texas. We'll get everybody down here and throw a giant party. Sounds like a plan. Texas is alright, but really hot. Yes, and I enjoy every moment. I came from a very, very cold, wintry state. I very much enjoy the heat. If it's 130 degrees outside, I'm okay with that.
It's cold here.
But I forget Canada is weird and uses Celsius and not Fahrenheit like normal people.
Yeah, I don't know what that is. I'll tell you what the weather is here though. It's 34.
Is that Fahrenheit or is that Celsius?
Fahrenheit.
Oh. See how much easier that is? Because Celsius, that's like
No.
what, like 10?
No, it's 2.
See? Then how does that make sense? How does 2 equal 34?
When you went to school, did they ever teach you how to like convert?
They probably did.
Fahrenheit.
That would require me to pay attention, though. I did not pay attention in high school, which is one thing I kind of sort of regret, but it all worked out.
Chat, any last questions?
There's nothing else. Again, I appreciate you coming on to do this.
Thank you for having me.
Of course, anytime. Hope you enjoyed it as much as I did.
It was lots of
Hope
fun.
everybody in chat had a good time. I know it's not exactly what you expected. You guys kind of saw Girly in a different form than you guys are used to seeing her.
Not gaming.
Yeah. But yes, one last time, make sure you guys follow her. Thank you, everybody. I guess I will just catch you guys next time.
Thank you for watching.